Mismatched was a proper part in a massive Netflix show. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's a Dharma set.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhuvanji.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you chill and sit down. But it was...
Hey, this is Shachi Lavingya and you're watching me on Social Catch-Up Binge. Today I'm in conversation with Pratika Bhardwaj about Mismatched, her recent Dharma debut and more. Welcome to Social Catch-Up Binge. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Very well. I'm going to get started with our questions.
Okay.
Firstly, congratulations on everything that you've done so far. It must be quite a journey.
I mean, it's been nice.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
You've done a course in direction and writing. You worked as a casting assistant before your big break in Mismatched as well. And was this a part of was it a plan to always be a part of the industry?
Not always, but ever since I was in college, second year is when I realized that I want to act.
Right.
And after realizing how difficult it is to make it in the industry, I was like, if not acting, I should be somewhere around, be something creative and do something creative. So that's when I took the direction course that you mentioned. You've done your research, I must say. Yeah. So that's when I thought that, but if not acting, I'll give it give direction and writing a shot.
Right.
So that's when I thought, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Which of these do you enjoy the most though?
Acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think acting is something that really makes me happy. Also comes very easily and naturally to me. I don't have to put efforts.
Yeah.
Is what I feel. So it's just home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How did the switch from behind the camera to in front of the camera happen for you?
Actually, okay. I was doing a lot of theatre in college because I was a part of the theatre society of my college. I'm from Delhi University, and that's when I started acting. So I was not behind the camera, I was not in front of a camera, but I was still acting. So that was when I wanted to, that's when I started feeling okay, I think I want to act.
Yeah.
But after that, I did a lot of behind the camera work. So I think when I moved to Bombay, I have done a bunch of sketches and all with timeliners, etc. when I was still living in Delhi. But there was not a switch. It was parallel.
Yeah.
I was doing direction also, aiding also, writing also, at the same time doing production, but also probably doing some ads here and there.
Yeah.
So it was just all together.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds very, very fun.
It was.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Superb. Breaking into the acting industry is no easy feat, clearly. Like many others, I'm sure you too face some challenges.
Yeah.
So what was the most challenging thing for you so far?
Most challenging thing for me so far, I think it's yet to come.
Yeah.
But I think just trying to push yourself, and because as an actor, you need to be used to rejection on a regular basis.
Of course.
How actors are rejected.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody faces rejection like that. So just trying to be okay with that and understanding that you can still make it.
Yeah.
That's something that you need to keep pushing yourself for. And that's probably a challenging bit of being an actor, for sure.
Okay. You started acting with Engineering Girls, but was Mismatched a game changer for you?
100%. Because even though it was a great experience shooting for Engineering Girls, but that was a episodic part.
Yeah.
It was just a very small character.
Yeah.
But Mismatched was a proper part in a massive Netflix show. Touch wood. Thank you, Bhuvanji.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
I think people started taking me seriously after that. And if they liked me in Mismatched is when they started calling me for better parts.
Yeah.
These casting directors and people knew me from there, basically.
Yeah.
So it was, of course, a massive thing.
Wow. In Mismatched, your character Simran deals with body image issues. Was it hard for you to prep for that?
Not at all, because I actually relate to that a lot. That was, I was speaking to another person today because during my another interview, he asked me the same question and he's like, do you resonate with anything that Simran was or going through? And I was like, that's the main thing that I resonate with, that people might think that, oh my God, your body is so perfect, and people who just look at you from far, they don't see it, but you know how much you struggle on a regular basis. And I've constantly, while growing up, I've been a skinny child. And at some point, I started feeling that I'm gaining some weight.
Right.
And I've been called like all kinds of like, I've been bullied about being skinny. And then suddenly I started feeling like I'm gaining weight. And that was such a weird thing for me to understand.
Right.
And wait, wasn't I just like very skinny? And what's this like, what are these flabs that are coming? So that was something that I absolutely related with, that people might not know it, but you still might be going through a lot of issues like that.
That was actually a part of my question as well, that in the age of social media, when everyone is chasing perfection, like, did certain parts of this role feel very close to home?
Yeah, it did majorly. While shooting it, while reading it before shooting it, I was like, I get her.
Yeah.
Because she is me when it comes to that.
I think a lot of us get her. Like, Simran felt like, you had such a journey like playing Simran has been, she has so many different aspects to her.
Yeah.
And obviously she doesn't come across to be somebody who's very loved in the start, because people don't know her too well. Yeah. People don't know her insecurities and everything that she also comes with.
Even she doesn't know herself.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, in the start, when you see these insecurities, like, it's so much for people to resonate with, because that's literally each of us.
Yeah.
So that was very nice to see. I think overall Mismatched season 2 as well obviously spoke so much about mental health as well.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see so much of real life on the show as well.
Yeah. And I think that's what the show is also trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, tackle issues and points that not a lot of people in India are talking about in terms of making these massive shows.
Yeah.
And that's been one thing that our writers and our directors have been ki nahi, we need to talk about things, and in a way which is very like cash and easy also, not like ki ye issue hai.
Yeah.
Like, you'll just ease into it and realize that, okay, that's happening and I relate to that.
Yeah.
I think every character in Mismatched also, one person at some point will relate to one character at all times.
Absolutely.
And that's how beautifully they've made it. It's all credit to the director.
Yeah. And it was very nice watching the show for sure.
I'm so happy to hear that.
You recently had your Dharma debut. Congratulations for that. Firstly, how was the experience of working in this film?
It was really nice. I was quite nervous.
Yeah.
But it was pretty easy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that because it's a Dharma set.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you know that you are going to be on a Dharma set, there are so many things that you think, I don't know how the directors would be, I don't know how the production would be.
Right.
Will they be very like, who are you? Like, I was like, who am I?
Yeah.
I've just started out. I've only done like one show.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you chill and sit down. But it was really nice. My directors are both debutant directors.
Right.
And they'd worked with YRF before. And so I think that also was very like easy, because they also very close to our age.
Right.
So it was a very comfortable and easy set. And I was so happy that it was that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wow. How did you land the role, and what was the prep like?
Through auditions. Panchami was casting for it. And for the longest time, I actually had auditioned for it in June, I remember, 2021. After that, I went, shot season 2 of Mismatched, did everything, didn't get a call back, forgot about the fact that I auditioned for a Dharma film.
Wow.
And then I had just come back from Jodhpur, back to Bombay. We had like a small sked left in November. And that's when I get a call from Panchami's team that, listen, do you remember that you tested for this Dharma film? I said, what are you talking about? Can you remember? Because you're giving so many auditions on a regular basis, you can't remember everything.
Of course.
Like, no, there was this part in the flight where you're fighting. So my audition scene was the first introduction scene of Tanya, where she's talking to Chittaranjan sir about ki uncle, please aage badho. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. She's like, yeah, so the director wants to meet you. I said, now? It hasn't been like 3 months.
Wow.
Like, no, yeah. Are you in Bombay? I said, yeah. Like, the director wants to, audition you again and meet you. I said, okay, great. And that's when I met Sagar. And he thoroughly tested me for like a couple of scenes which were in the cockpit later.
Right.
Because those are the technical scenes where, there's so much happening. So that happened. And then I think within a week or 10 days, I got a call that I've been locked for it.
Wow.
I was like, me?
It must have been so overwhelming.
I couldn't process it then. I still can't process
Yeah.
it now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, I'm thankful to Sagar because I think a lot of people tested for the part. And then he stuck with me and I'm like, thank you for believing in
Yeah,
me.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was nice.
Like you mentioned earlier as well, that any newcomer has to go through a lot of rejection. So
Yeah.
how do you deal with that?
You just deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can get very overwhelming on some days, and some days could be easy.
Yeah.
But it's just a balance. When you might think that, oh my God, I'm so okay with this, you'll get a rejection and you'll be like, oh my God, that
Yeah.
hurts. Because there have been some projects that I never, get close to a project before I get it.
Right.
Because how can you?
Yeah.
But if there's like a long testing process and months have passed and you feel that, oh, I could do so much with this part.
Yeah.
And at the last moment when you don't get it, it really hurts. So there have been times when I've felt like that shit, if I just could, just try me once.
Yeah. Yeah.
But otherwise, I think it's a mix of being okay some days and being a little low, but that's what it is. That's life.
Is it hard to not take it personally?
It is, but also because I've done casting
Yeah.
for like a year,
Yeah.
properly, thoroughly, and been at the backhand of it.
Yeah.
Where I know exactly what all goes on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that if you just give a good audition, you might get the part, or if you didn't get the part, you did a bad audition.
Right.
That's not what it is. There are so many layers of approvals that have to happen if it's for a massive channel like a Netflix or a Prime
True.
or a Hotstar, or even like a film.
Yeah.
So I understand that, and I've realized that I can't take it personally.
Yeah.
Can only try to do my best, but then just let it go and forget about it.
Yeah.
So that's been working for me.
That's amazing. What kind of roles or genres are you most interested in exploring now?
I really want to do a detective show. And I've always been meaning to. I know I might look a little young right now to play a detective, but at some point in the future, I would love to play like a detective.
Oh, that's fun.
Mayor of Easttown,
Mm-hmm.
Kate Winslet,
Right.
something like that.
Beautiful.
But I want to do more serious content.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that I want to try.
Because it gets like, most people, like when they start off with something, it's usually they get stuck in that, playing that role for a while.
Yeah.
And you've thankfully not had that because you played like very diverse roles as well, from Mismatched to Yoda as well. So even that must be quite nice to like.
That was a conscious call.
Right.
Because after Mismatched, I would only get, not only, but like most of the calls that I would get were to play influencer, or like this bitchy girl in college and all. I was like, listen, I've done that. And I don't want to be seen just like that because I can do so much more.
Yeah, right.
So because then I also did Rush Me Rocket with Akash, right? Where I play an athlete.
Right.
That was also a conscious call that I want to do, okay, this is also me.
Right.
And then Yodha happened. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to maintain that balance ki nahi, aisa nahi ki sirf ye.
Right.
Everything. I want to do everything.
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
That's fab. My last question for you is, what's next and what can the audience expect from you now?
It's too soon to talk about anything.
Right.
And I don't think I can. But there are some conversations happening, so let's see.
That's fab.
And when it happens, I think people will any which way know.
That's true, we will.
Yeah.
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 Thank you so much for your time. It was great having you here with us.
Thank you so much. It was
Yes.
great chatting with you. This is Kritika Bharadwaj signing off, and please subscribe to Social Catch-Up.